Hey, what's happening, boys and girls? Elton McFall back doing some models. I haven't done a model, man, in like 4 or 5 months, not since I think October, November. And now today is April 28, 2026. Yes, indeed, the Hagasawa 65 Impala kit from 1987. Sorry about the freaking noise here. I was gonna say something like, it's the freaking city, but no, that's a noise you can hear anywhere. Guarantee you that's an electric sander or a leaf blower. Anyway, either one is one of the most annoying freaking inventions ever made, ever. Anyway, yeah, just so that you can see, it's not gonna be a long. You can hear it's not gonna be a long video because me being Asperger, autistic, whatever, we're pretty sensitive to loud noises like that. And anyway, I just completed this kit this morning, and it was a real pleasure to do. And actually, I think it might have been the quickest build I ever did. Because I started painting it on Saturday, and the reason why it was a quick kit to make was just because of the fact that there's no motor to this. There's no motor, there's no axle, separate axles, differential springs, none of that stuff. And that yellow really sets off really nice. I gotta tell you, I was really itching actually to film this outside here in the back of this commercial building a few blocks from my place. And one of the things that's really cool about this kit, it's well executed for a kit that's almost 40 years old, but those wire wheels are amazing. I think they might be the nicest wire wheels I've ever seen for a model kit. Incidentally, those since this is a Japanese kit, those white walls were actually separate plastic pieces, so there's actually a really good crack at the top of this one and on the other one, so kind of have in place so they would, fit it. God, how are you gonna do that the whole fucking day and make that noise? Jesus, Sage Murphy, Jesus Christ. None of this Jesus Murphy, Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's funny about that yellow too, because that was a popular color back in the day in the 60s, and there was actually, I don't remember what the name of the color was, but it was more of a lighter yellow that was offered by Chevrolet in 65, and but you know what, this one, I don't remember what the hell it is. It's a spray paint I bought from Canadian Tire like, whatever, 4 years ago or something like that. And yeah, it comes off really nice. It's a good kit. Chrome is very nice as well. Oddly enough, it looks like there's an instrument panel, but there's actually zero details. There was a decal that came with that, and I tried to use it, but I couldn't at all. Interestingly enough, the taillights, I think they're made like this Revell kit. I brought my Revell one here as well. I guess I'll take that out there in a moment. And did some nice chrome pen touch up there. I still can't believe those wire wheels, how cool they are. Yeah, the what do you call it? The valance underneath the bumper is actually separate. It's not with the body. And here's the Revell one that I finished for a second time last year, just for comparison's sake. And you can see, I didn't notice actually until this morning that Revell junker, I made a junker out of it. My friend Metzer gave me that kit a few years ago. I did it like a lowrider. I painted it gold. I thought it looked like shit. I hated it, so I redid it last year. Had some fun making a beater junker out of it. And also I'm doing this now because it's supposed to become like more and more cloudy, and it's going to be shit tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday as well, Friday probably. I said I want to do this right now. And I'm already fed up of that noise. Look at that graffiti on a library. Yeah, sign of the times, like I say more than ever. So here's the box for the Hagasawa 65 Impala, which I bought in a lot, by the way, back when I used to have some more money to buy models or whatever. There it is, 1987 release. And even I remember as a kid, looking at model car kits at my local hobby shop. You didn't see many Japanese kits of American cars, obviously. And funny thing is, look, they call it American 66, but it's clearly a 65. I don't know how they screwed that up. And although this is really well painted, the illustration is great. I mean, it's completely off in terms of dimensions and proportions and all that. This is smart though, like they had like, whatever, I don't remember how it was separated, but you got this separation part there. It's nice, I don't know what this is. Oh, anyway. So that's about it. Finishing this slowly or quickly because again, I don't feel like listening to this shit too much more either, Put that like this. You can put it like that while it's not windy on top of this. I don't know what it is. It's some kind of a, maybe it's a septic tank or something. I don't know. Kind of looks like it, but whatever. It's making for a good good backdraft. Good backdraft. Good backdrop. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. All the best. I hope that this video inspires you to build some kits. Now, kits, I always say, like a lot of people, they're more expensive than ever. You can pay anywhere from $40–50 easily in Canada. But you know, used kits you can still get some for, you know, $20, $25 if you know, negotiate. Especially if the box is already open, then it's worth less. If especially the parts aren't in the bag. Man, that's annoying. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Take care. Jesus, I hate that guy. Thank God that's not next to my place, because every once in a while, it seems more often in the last few years, I hear friggin' noise like this all the damn time. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Well, that's just great. That's good. Thanks for watching.